February 10, 9:39 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. Hello everybody, Orvade here. Welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, Trials and Tribulations. And for the first time in the series, I'm standing up. I've done that in the previous Ace Attorney games where I stood up during the court sections, but I haven't done that in this series. But I felt like doing it for the final trial. And not only that, I got my lawyer clothes on with a whole suit and tie. So let's do this. Also, my 13th cup of hot chocolate over there, so... Are we going to get to 17 by the end of this? I have no idea. But let's begin. Good morning. Oh, are you by yourself? Morning, girls. Mr. Nick, please tell me what's going to happen to Mystic Maya. I'm sorry, we don't know yet. The investigation is still going on, so I wasn't allowed to be in her temple. Oh, I see. Is my sister Iris still trying to move those trick locks in training hall? No, she's the defendant in this case, so she can't be at the temple. She's required to be here in court. Then how come she's not here in the defendant's lobby? I have to admit, it's kind of strange. If you're looking for Iris, she's in the prosecutor's lobby. Hey, Edgeworth! What's Iris doing over there? She's going over today's testimony with the prosecutor as we speak. Today's testimony? You heard me. Iris is going to be testifying as a witness for the prosecution. Wait, what? The prosecution is squeezing her for a confession, or so I heard. Francisca Von Karma, what are you up to? I know what you're thinking, but Francisca isn't going to be the prosecutor today. What? Then who is? Who else would it be but Godot? Godot? And this guy's engaged in some important work in the Sacred Cavern. The Sacred Cavern? You don't mean that she's... Exactly. She's been out there all night, trying to remove those trick locks. With the head nun's assistance, naturally. We estimate that the last of the lock should be taken care of in about 3 hours. I hope everything continues to go smoothly and we receive some good news soon. Yeah, thanks, Edgeworth. Prosecutor Godot intends to nail this case shut today. You're prepared to fight like there's no tomorrow. You don't have to tell me that. Touché. I can already see it in your eyes. You're not the same fever-ridden, frantic maniac you were yesterday. It's strange. On the way here, I decided that today would be the end of all this. Almost immediately after I made this decision, I felt myself get stronger. Interesting. Maybe you passed your cold on someone else. Literally. And with that, I leave the rest in your capable hands, partner. Partner. Thanks. I still don't have answers for most of the riddles plaguing this case. The circumstances around the murder of Miss Elise Stoneham, no, I mean Miss Missy Faye. The impossible flight Larry claims to have seen. And what that woman is really after. I will solve them all and bring this whole tragedy to an end. Let's go! I'm gonna probably have to boost my microphone up a little bit because I am further away from it. Court is now in session for the trial of Iris of Hatsukura Temple. Your Honor, what are you... Who, me? My little brother came to visit me in my chambers earlier this morning. All of a sudden, in a blink of an eye, he developed a scorching fever and fainted. Therefore, I'll be standing in for him. I see, Your Honor. They're brothers. That explains a lot. So the hairs they're passing on the cold. My poor brother, he looked a bit pale. Not the one who's sad that he couldn't be here. It is impossible to predict what the future has in store for any of us. Precisely why people feel the need to judge the past. And we, as the court, have been charged with the solemn duty of passing judgment. Well said, Mr. Godot. I understood exactly what you said, at least up until the end, anyway. Now then, Mr. Godot, please proceed with your opening statement. Humans are fragile, fickle beings. Our hearts change with the shifting of the tides. There's only one thing that remains a constant in this crazy world. A bitter darkness that lies at the bottom of this mug. What then you mean? Forget it. What do you mean? During yesterday's trial, the accused refused to admit her role in the crime. Today she has had a change of heart. Sister Iris Hatsukura of the temple has a confession to make. Confession! The defendant... Iris, why didn't you discuss this with me first? Very well. This court will now hear the defendant's confession. I mean, the beautiful lady always asks for her name and profession. That's one of my rules. My name is Iris. I am but a simple nun undergoing training at the Hazakura Temple. Witness, is there something you want to confess to? Yes. But first, I want to apologize to Mr. Wright. I can't continue lying to everyone anymore. It's alright, what is it? Mr. Wright, I have to admit that I did play a part in this terrible incident. Are you actually confessing? Are you saying you were the one who murdered Miss Elise Stoneham? No, I'm not, Your Honor. But I dealt with the cover-up after the murder took place. After her spirit left, I took the lifeless shell of Mystic Elise. I carried it to the Hazakura Temple courtyard where I desecrated it. What? What? Order in the court, order! Witness, are you saying you were an accomplice to the murder? Yes, that's correct. What? 3 minutes in court, I'm already covered in cold sweat. Ha! Everyone on the planet is an accomplice to something. That's having me that in this case it's the murder. And they're right, Mr. Trite. That could do. This is a confession they were conferring about. Hate me to say this, but it looks like Iris' testimony was all a lie. Now then, little lady, if you don't mind, I got a question for you. Whose crime were you trying to cover up by your actions? I was covering for someone? I'm definitely up the creek without a paddle, or a life jacket. I've been at Hazakura Temple ever since I was a little girl. Hazakura Temple is run by one of the branch traditions of the Kurain tradition. An art tradition to protect the main family. I'm sorry, what main family? Yes, and that's why I was readying myself, if need be, to protect her. The daughter of the master of the Kurain channeling technique. Mystic Maya Fey. Huh? Wake up and smell the coffee, Trite. Is she naming Maya? Order in the court. Not only did you witness the murder, you know the name of the murderer. I'm terribly sorry, but it's true. I saw her commit the crime with my very own eyes. Then I cleaned up the area to try to protect her. But that's ridiculous. Mine can never do such a... Little friend will refrain from commenting until the appropriate time. Now, witness, let's hear your testimony. What exactly happened on the night of the crime? Yes, Your Honor. I thought I was prepared for the unexpected, but I never imagined the case would wind up going in this direction. Oh boy. I went to the temple that night and saw it all happen in the garden. I saw Mystic Elise strike Mystic Maya with her staff. While Mystic Maya was still stumbling, Mystic Elise moved in to deliver a fatal strike. Mystic Maya tried desperately to defend herself and stole the weapon. Only in self-defense, you can't blame her for it. So it wasn't self-defense? Yes, Mystic Elise was the one who attacked first. So I tried my best to protect Mystic Maya. Moved the victim's body to the temple so that Maya wouldn't be suspected. Isn't that right? Not bad. You got to get think of a true criminal. Something's not quite right. I'm sure I established yesterday that Iris never went to the Inner Temple that night. And that person who did go was that woman. Iris even admitted it. Now then, Mr. Roy, please proceed with your cross-examination. Sister Iris, your testimony has changed quite a bit since yesterday. You stated yesterday that on the night of the murder, you didn't go to the
Objection!
Is she now? Too bad for you. What she said yesterday doesn't mean much today. By the way, where were you when she claimed that she didn't go? Oh my, it was in the Inner Temple's training hall. A private conversation between the two of you does not constitute testimony. It would be properly described as hearsay. What do you have to say, witness? I just couldn't tell him the truth at that time. Mystic Maya, she's your girlfriend, isn't she? I didn't want to be the one to break it to you that I saw her commit murder. There, we all understand how difficult this is for you. Now then, let's continue with the testimony. What did you witness in Temple Garden? Well, Your Honor, scientifically certain. Staff, this is the odd one. You're saying that the victim attacked Maya, I mean Miss Faye. Yes, it was at the truly frightening scene. I think Maya was struck hard in the head and looked like she was going to collapse. What were you doing at the time? Why didn't you stop them from fighting? Terribly sorry, Mr. Wright. I was frightened. I couldn't move. I couldn't even speak. I was in such shock. That's perfectly understandable, my dear. It doesn't sound right. I don't believe this testimony for a minute. What happened after that? Someone was doing. She moved in to deliver a fatal strike? Yes, I'm sure of it. She threw down her staff and reached into her robe for a weapon. Wait a minute! What was this weapon? It was some kind of dagger. A dagger, huh? And at least Dunham tried to stab her with this weapon. To kill Miss Faye. Yes, exactly. Ha! Looked like I did after I mistakenly took a swig of Worcestershire sauce. You have a problem with the testimony we're hearing from your client, lawyer boy. Do I have a problem with our testimony? Your Honor, I have a small problem with the witness testimony. You do? But this witness is your own client. Yes, well, nevertheless. That's fine. Witness, let's add to that statement in the testimony. Yes, sir. Hey, just a moment. It's my job to say that. Listen, Gramps. I won't say it again. Final judgment rendered by me. Okay, now let's continue. Nope! Absolute utter bullshit. Because the staff was a weapon. Sister Iris, there's something strange about your version of events. Huh? Miss Dunham throwing your staff away makes no sense to me at all. But all you can do with the staff is hit someone. Naturally, you wouldn't know this, Sister Iris, but the victim's staff had a special feature about it. As you can see, it's a sword. If Elise Dunham really had wanted to kill Maya Faye, she wouldn't have needed to use a separate dagger. Now she already had a beautiful blade in her hand already. Well, Sister Iris, what do you have to say? That was an impressive bit of investigating, right? I never would have thought there was a sword hidden in that staff. But even so, how should I put this? A long sword is unwieldy and thus quite ineffective in close quarters combat. Maybe that's why she chose a dagger over her blade. Well... Anyway, the type of weapon she chose to use isn't what's important. The important thing is that she tried to kill Maya Faye. As long as there's nothing strange about that, there's no problem with her testimony. There is something strange about this whole testimony. Well, Mr. Wright, the prosecution had a point. Very well, Your Honor. The defense will not present evidence to back its argument. Mr. Wright, I have here another piece of evidence that shows this testimony can't be trusted. That Miss Lisa would never attempt to take the life of Maya Faye.
Take that!
Well, Mr. Goodell, if you ask me, the only thing that seems strange is the angle meant to try its index finger. Eh? Try sticking your finger in the electrical outlet might be safer for you. Otherwise, you might get bitten off next time you poke it in the wrong place. God damn it. Stop, Joy-Con drift! I'm not having a purgatory, by the way. That's why Joy-Con drift is happening.
Take that!
Elise Dunham would never have attacked Maya Faye. How can you be so sure? Because the victim's real name was not Elise Dunham. Her real name was Misty Fey. Fey? No! Mystic Misty Fey. Who is this Misty Fey? Is she related to... Misty Fey is the master curating channeling technique. She's also the mother of my Fey. Are you serious? Is it really true, Mr. Wright? At least thought I'm actually the great Mystic Misty. There's no doubt about it. Looks like Iris had no idea. I can hardly believe it. The idea that she would try to kill her own only dog, one she hadn't seen in 17 years. That's prosecuting it off some explaining why she would do such a thing? Yes. Lord, I'll hold it in court. On first hand, witness testimony, it seemed natural enough. However, in light of some facts that have just been presented, one, that the victim felt like threw away a sword during a fight, and two, that the two people battering to death were mother and daughter, despite the fact being believable when taken on their own. But taken together, the entire story seems difficult to believe. Listen, there's nothing in the world that is impossible, except for one little thing. Yes, what is this one little impossible thing? You still don't get it. You think maybe my beans are under roasted, but you have no idea, Gramps. Could you get to your point? I heard this witness's confession this morning. And I had taken the first sip of my 8th cup of morning coffee. You're going to ruin your health, my friend. Well, after hearing this woman's confession, a detective who loves to investigate sent to the scene of the crime. And he discovered this little beauty. It's not the dagger the witness testified to seeing. Obviously, Your Honor. But do you not know something else? I mean, mention it. So closely there could be blood on it. Where did you find that? I didn't see that when I investigated the crime scene. Did you investigate the pine tree at the crime scene? Not the pine tree. The dagger was struck in the back side of the pine tree. The last blow was struck in the violent battle between the two women. This little baby was thrown in the direction of the back of the pine tree. Which means the bullet in this bag belonged to the victim, correct? Ha! Were you even listening, old man? I first heard his confession this morning. Just as I had taken the first sip of my 13th cup of morning coffee. Can you say with your age just a few minutes ago? Didn't my 13th cup of chocolate in this series, but still. They didn't have enough time to get the blood analyzed on such short notice. In any case, the court will accept the dagger as evidence. Furthermore, I ordered that blood test be performed on immediately. This is my sweetheart. Make sure you treat her right. Let's get this piece of evidence to the crime lab for testing immediately. Now then, the testimony we just heard has numerous unbelievable aspects to it. However, the hearing found the dagger, having found the dagger the witness spoke of, I believe we consider her testimony to be credible. You girls never lie, ever. In any case, witness, if you could please testify again in this court. About what, Your Honor? About the incident you saw, the battle between the two women. Yes, Your Honor. Mystic Maya stumbled briefly after being hit over the head with the staff. But then she dodged Mystic Elite's next attack and stole her weapon. Suddenly, Mystic Elise was on the defensive with her back to the stone lantern. That's when Mystic Maya stabbed Mystic Elise. Mystic Elise managed to fling the knife away, but then she collapsed. It was a very heartbreaking story. I don't know if there are any bad feelings between them, but it's been 17 years since Mystic Misty's disappearance. Because they simply didn't recognize each other anymore. It seems reasonable. Now then, Mr. Wright, proceed with your cross-examination. Here we go!
Hold it!
What happened to the victim's staff then? I'm not sure. It was very dark, so I really couldn't see. I think it got knocked away somewhere as the fight escalated. That makes sense. That would explain the need for the dagger. Mystical Elise raised the dagger to strike. I think Maya dodged at the last second. The dagger struck the lantern and fell to the ground. At some point, Mystic Maya picked it up. Nothing sounds especially strange yet. It was like him doing the weapon was stolen from her.
Hold it!
You're saying that Maya Fey turned the tables on the victim? Yes. But Mystic Maya wasn't herself at the time. After all, her life was in danger. I still can't believe it. The idea of Maya cornering someone at knife point is just silly. As they say, a cornered fox is more dangerous than a jackal. I believe the correct description of a cornered fox is scared and petrified. Animal analogies have grown tiresome. You're the one who started. Anyway, let the Maya Fey back to the victim in the stone land and what happened next. That's when mythically Maya stabbed mythically. Are you absolutely certain that's what you saw? Yes, I'm almost certain. Almost? The garden was dark. I couldn't really tell who was who. What'd she just say? So in other words, it could have been someone else entirely.
Objection!
You know that Maya Fey was at the inner temple that night. That woman that was killed was Elise Donham. Isn't it fairly obvious who attacked who? I don't have anything to counter that yet. Well, witness, please continue with testimony. Yes, Your Honor. Two of them faced each other for a moment. Mystic Maya rushed straight into Mystic. Then Mystic Lee stumbled over and fell to the ground. So stabbed in the stomach, huh? What's the autopsy report say?
Objection!
No. Something about you just isn't right today, Iris. Huh? Until now, I didn't think you were the type to make such a careless mistake. However, the testimony you just gave contained quite a few contradictions. What do you mean? So wrong about my testimony? According to you, Maya Fey stabbed the victim while she had her back to the stone lantern, correct? Yes, that's right. But in that case, the victim would have been stabbed in the stomach, right? Yes, I think so. But according to the autopsy report, the cause of death was due to a blood loss from a stab wound in her back. Ah. It's true that the victim was stabbed from behind, not from the front. Sister Iris, here's another seed doubt sprout from your testimony. What is the meaning of this direct? It's simple. People are like books. They've all got a front and a back. You get my drift? Is that all you have to say? I can also say it's darkness to play with the human mind. Can you please knock it off with the TV progress and logical metaphors already? Point is, too much deception just doesn't make sense. Throwing away useful staff, the people fighting to being mother and daughter, and now she falsely claims the victim was stabbed in the stomach? Totally awesome inconsistencies. Well, Iris, how about it? Well, it's just... You asked me, you're just being too naive about the whole thing. What do you mean? 253 distinct types of bitterness in coffee. They got each one required total concentration and use of all the senses. Are you really concentrating on what the witness actually said? What are you gonna do? Explain yourself. The witness was quite unambiguous about her own ambiguities when she said that the garden was dark and she couldn't see clearly. She even needs one thing to see clearly, and that is light. Light. By the way, did you know that the girls are ruled out nights when accolades at the inner temple trading? No lantern in the garden must be kept lit. I did wonder what that stone lantern was there for. Well, if that's true, shouldn't the witness have been able to see the crime scene more clearly? Normally, yes, Your Honor. According to the head nun, Sister Bikini, on the night of the crime, it was impossible to light that stone lantern. Impossible? It hadn't been used in a long time, and the wick was no good. In other words, it had to have been nearly pitch black in the garden that night. Could have been a faint light coming from the trading hall, but that's all. Most unlikely. Yes, that illuminating fact has chased away all the contradictions. If the staff were dropped, it would be difficult to see. I'll have to explain the fact they didn't recognize each other. We can't see the demons that lurk in the night. That's why humans are weak. They're right, Trite. Order. Here, Your Honor, let me present the stone lantern evidence. Maybe it will rekindle the flame of truth in your mind. It was not lit, and I'm... Why the judge is sitting there with that look on his face? What's wrong, Your Honor? Was that flame too hot? This lantern! There's something written on it! What? It's written in blood! Oh, boy! I didn't know about that yet. Written in blood. It says my upside down! What the? Oh, yes, that's right. You're being cornered and then stabbed by Mystic Maya. At least didn't fall down right away. You must have been writing that on the stone lantern behind her. With the blood that was draining out of her body. It certainly looks that way.
Objection!
Hang on just a minute. What are you all talking about? What do you mean what we're all talking about? We're talking about the message written in blood. Nonsense. This lantern, it's clean as a whistle. Could it be he can't see the bloody writing at all? I think he did say something to me yesterday. And my eyesight's pretty messed up. With these huge goggles on my head, I still can't see everything. Colorblind, huh? That's what he meant by that. Well, in any case, this is obviously an important clue. We don't know if the crime scene was dark. The victim scrawled this message on the stone lantern. Well, Mr. Godot, anything further? Mr. Godot? Okay, then let's move on. Godot is literally shaking, and somehow I don't think it's from caffeine overdose. I believe now been established that Miss Doden was killed by my effect. That's just wrong. Now time to turn our attention to you. Yes, sir. The victim died. You did something, didn't you? Let's hear it. We're all ears. After Mystic Elise died, I called out to Mystic Maya. Thought it was my duty to protect the future master of the curing tradition. But I moved the body from the inner temple by myself. I dragged it behind me all the way across Dusky Bridge. Then I used a snowmobile to carry it back to Oscar Temple, and I used this tip to see the altar the way the wound looked. So you moved the body? Yes, I was raised at Oscar Temple. I have a great deal of thanks to the Fae clan. But even so, I never imagined that Elise Doden was actually Misty Fae. I've committed a terrible sin. Terrible trick of fate. Maybe I'm looking for a twist of fate, Your Honor. I intended to return to the inner temple to take care of the body, but you were spotted by the head nun, correct? Yes, and that's why I couldn't go back. The story makes sense, I suppose. Mr. Wright, go ahead with your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. I don't see a contradiction immediately. So I'm at the press. So you wait until everything was over before making a move? No, it's not like that.
Objection!
You saw someone murder right in front of our eyes. Not surprising that she was a little timid. Yes, I suppose that's true. Sometimes when I'm watching boys argue back and forth with each other, I feel so helpless that I just sit quietly and wait for them to reach a conclusion. Isn't your job to just to mediate the argument? Up until Mystic Maya saw me, then it finally dawned on her what she had done. So then, you knew. You knew the significance of the name Maya Fae. Yes, of course I did. That's odd. I mean, Sister Bikini didn't recognize Maya's name, let alone her position. Anyway, she was a very special person indeed. I myself. Why'd you do that? I didn't want Mystic Knight to be suspected anyway. The best thing would be to remove the body from the crime scene. Move the her body all by yourself. Yes, I did. It would have been impossible if it wasn't for the snow. The snow, huh? It's pretty amazing you can make it all the way across. That's a rickety old bridge. It looks worse than it is. It's surprisingly sturdy despite its age. It's like they say, idiots are too stupid to get you from a simple goal. It's one thing that bothers me. Why not just throw the body into the order? It would have been much easier than dragging it all the way to the other bird temple. I thought it would still cast too much suspicion on Mystic Knight. I try to take the body as far away as possible. Ah, makes perfect sense to me. For the time being. Anyway, what did you do after you crossed the bridge?
Hold it!
The snowmobile. I knew that would show up sooner or later. Yes, I had the key. We used the snowmobile to travel from the curriculum of the Dusky Bridge. This is the part that was in question the other day. Should I ask for more details? If you really did move your body by snowmobile, then there should be tracks left in the snow, right? Well, yes, naturally you'd expect tracks. The picture was presented at yesterday's trial. Are these the tracks from that road? Yeah, yes, I think they are. But I can only see one set of tracks here. I don't see what's so strange about that. Snow was still falling when I left Hospital Temple. I see. Snow was still falling, huh? And when the murder took place, it already stopped. That's why there are such fresh-looking tracks. How about it, Mr. Wright? What do you think about this, Tony? When the murder took place, the snow had already stopped. It doesn't make sense if you stack up against the other evidence. Your Honor, I'd like statement Iris to me to add to the testimony. But would it have something to do with the case? I'll be made clear if you allow our statement to be at their record. Ah, this should be fine. You, let's get this snow business cleared up, shall we? Yes, sir. Now, Joy-Con Drift would stop. What time is that again? Between 10 to 11. Fucking Joy-Con Drift! Let me... Okay. Nope, I figured out a little too soon. There have been a lot of contradictions in testimony so far. This time, are you sure it's all true? Yes, I am. When the murder happened, the snow had already stopped. According to you, that's why the snowmobile tracks are so clear. That's right, I'm certain of it. I got Trapper this time. I see how you think. Snow, huh? What's going on here? It's not really stopped at the time of the murder. And there's a bigger, older story than the movie The Great Revelations. Well, then, Mr. Trapper, would you like to share your theory with us? I think they have the index finger. I don't want to believe, but I don't think my logic is failing me. I was just trying to pin the murder on Maya. But why does she want to do that? There's only one reason I can think of. Snow had already stopped. I'm so confident! I threw that! I shouldn't have thrown that! Time to murder always had played snow stopped. Oh, I thought that was right because it was covered in snow! I remember Larry said that! Fuck! What am I missing? Not the weather data, not the autopsy. You wait until everything's over for making a move.
Objection!
That. Timid. Do to protect. Consider my fate. I did it myself. Why would you do that? Do it by yourself. Drag it all the way behind me on across Dusky Bridge. Find the top of this river. This snowmobile be carried back out to the temple. Let me hear more about the snowmobile ride. Well, it was very cold that night. I ran all the way to the foot of the bridge.
Objection!
I'm sorry, witness. But now I got a problem with your testimony. Excuse me? Cadell, what are you up to now? That night, after the head nun left the remainder of the training to you lived 2 blocks from here to move back to the Azakura Temple. Yes, I'm fairly certain that's what the record indicates. Let's recall our comments on the subject. Maybe, but when I made it back to the Azakura Temple, it was there by the main gate. Snowmobile, I mean, oh right! The snowmobile was in front of the main gate. It's one of those contradictions, wouldn't you say? Hold up! Mr. Goodell! Why are you pointing out contradictions in the witness's testimony? But this hair-like thing to be neat and tidy, okay? Well, maybe... Said that he missed it? Maybe she didn't see it. You think she missed it? That doesn't sound right. Huh. Whatever. Even I don't think this is decisive enough to warrant any more time or effort. It's just... You better be careful in your testimony. That's all I wanted to say. A smart little cookie like you shouldn't have any trouble understanding that. Yes, sir. What was that all about? Why would they want to give me a hint? Let me down there. Thought and then Is that what you were doing when Mr. Bikini saw you? Yes, that's right. She probably thought the worst. Probably? More like definitely. I see. Mr. Bikini mistakenly thought you were the one that murdered Miss Dillon. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. I thought that this case gotten so confusing. I was doing the wrong fucking statement. What are they on this? You didn't stop at the murder. God, wrong fucking statement. I got so fixated on the last statement. Oh, God. But I'm sorry, Iris. That just isn't possible. That statement changes the meaning of an earlier statement, which makes a contradiction. Ah! This is the weather data from the night of the murder. According to this, snow didn't stop until 10:50. But you couldn't have crossed Dusky Bridge at that time. Why do you say that? Because 5 minutes before snow stopped, Dusky Bridge was struck by lightning and caught on fire. What'd you say? At the bridge, she was on fire? You don't mean to say who didn't know about it? It would be because that lightning strike the bridge burned down. What? But it can't be. like you still haven't figured it out. No matter how hard you try to seek or conceal the truth, you can't pull Lori out for a real defense attorney. Hold on. Bridge was already on fire when the incident took place. That's right, the inner temple was already totally cut out from the outside world. There's no way you could have crossed the bridge. Body or no body. Witness, even my page not witness. You follow the line and I'll find you protect the court. If anything, save yourself.
Objection!
The only person here that is truly contemptible to you. Old man. Me, how dare you! Whether this witness lied or not doesn't mean squat right now. Squat? The important thing now is to find out the truth. Isn't that right? Yes, of course, but whether it's snowing or not snowing, whether the bridge is burning or not, there are two facts that can't be disputed. First, the body of the victim was discovered in the Hospital Temple courtyard. And second, the nun, Mr. Bikini. Witness direct desecrated at least Stone's body. Makes a good point on both accounts. But if that's right, I'm not lying. What are you blaming this time? I said myself at all that night. My memory is still somewhat hazy. You have stood at that witness stand and testified this entire time. Are you telling him now that your memory of that night is hazy? There's only human error. If you're so perfect, right? Maybe you can explain this for the court. What is it? Remember happened the bridge had already burned down. But somehow the body traveled across the bridge and found the temple courtyard. I do have some kind of perfect explanation for his little magic trick. Not exactly, no. I know there must be some other way she got across that burnout bridge. Unless I can somehow demonstrate it, we'll never know the truth. It looks like the defense is not prepared to offer suitable explanation. You see what I mean? In other words, you're in no position to lead testimony isn't the truth. Alright then, we'll listen to your testimony once more. Oh, what, Your Honor? I didn't think you moved the victim's body. No less your prior testimony contained a rare logic and consistency. Please add an explanation to that for your testimony. Yes, Your Honor. For your final testimony. I've been walking over the bridge. There's no way to move the body. So I must have just gotten confused, I guess. Well, the snow's still falling right to stop. Does it really matter that much? He's saying that there's a way to cross a burning bridge. It was just a misunderstanding, I see. This is a photo of Dusky Bridge that had burned down from a lightning blast. Taken on the morning after the incident. It certainly wasn't burned to a crisp, and the suspension wire wasn't snapped. It's amazing the little bridge didn't fall. Clearly, it would be impossible to carry a corpse across a bridge in this condition. Unless I do something to discredit this testimony, it's going to be deemed as the truth, and Maya will be the accused of murder. That's right. I'm going to say it one more time. There's only human to err. And only human can spot the errors of our ways. The more sense he makes, the less sense he makes. Alright, Mr. Wright, please begin your final cross-examination. Moving the body. Well, he's saying there's a way to cross a burning bridge.
Objection!
A dead body flying over a burning bridge. I wouldn't exactly rule out the possibility. What? Ha! You're saying it's possible. Don't make me laugh. The only thing that's possible about your claim is that it can pull out of thin air. I don't know about that. In any case, we have a witness who did see it happen. Foster! Who is it? Who is this witness? Can't check it out here. I keep on eating go, go, go. Miss Ellie Stoneham is brilliant and highly gifted apprentice. Larry Stoneham. Brilliant, highly gifted apprentice. Remember what he said in his testimony? That night he was at the Mountain Shack, Heavenly Hall. And that's when he witnessed the event. I think you've all seen this sketch before. The exact drawing of what he witnessed that night. Are you serious? Today's not April Fool's Day, is it? Mr. Wright, are you sure the victim flew through the air? And you're using this pathetic scribble to support your argument. Uh-oh. Judge looks like he threw the boat gasket. Huh. Well, try or you hide now. Rather than looking like you were drawn by a 6-year-old, does the sketch prove anything? Yes, I'm pretty sure it does, and I'm gonna prove it. Listen, I know your tricks. You're trying to turn this whole thing upside down. You're so eager to turn this case upside down. Why not start with this sketch? Upside down? Why did Cadeau say that? Alright then, let's hear the defense's theory. What exactly is this sketch trying to show? I don't think old Whiskerface is gonna forget any more mistakes. Alright, Phoenix, look carefully and think it over. The sketch of time Gleason is a complete contradiction. But it's also exactly what happened. But it's also a complete contradiction. Something is awfully funny about the sketch. No, I can't believe I can see that. No, that's not what I mean, Your Honor. Please don't state it over and over. But this sketch was exactly as he saw it. However, if we're to believe his testimony, then the sketch's contradiction contains reality as we know it. Context reality? Huh. This is getting interesting. We'll get back to that finger-pointing thing again. Okay, try it. So what exactly contradicts reality as we know it?
Take that!
It's flying figures, naturally. After all, people haven't learned to fly yet, or did I miss something? Mr. Wright, you can't answer this now. It was lethal. Pain. Mr. Wright, Dragon's all way to point to answer was embarrassing. So embarrassing, I'm actually bluffing. Bluffing only suits women, not the elderly. Your Honor, please give me one chance. What exactly contradicts reality is showing? The bridge thing. And the support wire. I'm trying to get in an interesting spot. Is this wire connected to the bridge? The wire? Huh. Another thing that contradicts reality. It is indeed. And show us the reality it's what we conflicts with. Bum 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 bum.
Take that!
That's a photo of the Dusky Bridge, correct? Yes, now compare a sketch and a photo for a minute. In the sketch, the wires appear to be above the guard wires. But on the actual Dusky Bridge, jumping discipline, the wires are below the guard wires. Whoa! This sketch is somewhat different than what's depicted in the photo. However, there's no likely to be just so wrong. Perhaps he just drew it wrong. Either way, it sounds like you are just wrong. Which sounds like Larissa had made a mistake, a definite possibility. But then that begs the question, why did he make a mistake? What was the reason? Are you saying you know the answer to that? Listen, think back, alright? Remember what Larissa was doing when he witnessed this event? He was at Heavenly Hall waiting for a lover that was never going to come. He waited and waited and finally he laid down. But then, lightning shoots from the sky and sets the bridge aflame. Now, Connor was sort of a position where he must have been in at the time. He was lying on his back, which is why you remember the scene the way you did. He was lying on his back? I can't see how it relates. But it does, Your Honor. That's the reason why the wires in the sketch go up instead of down. Oh! No way. Larissa told him witnessed the event while he was lying on his back, face up. In other words, the scene that he saw was actually upside down. So then this sketch should actually... I think you finally get it, Your Honor. The correct way to view the Larissa Stone sketch is like this. This is how it should actually look. The victim's body wasn't flying above the bridge. It was actually swinging below. That's right, just like a pendulum. Whoa! That's all the thing to say, a pendulum. The bridge was burning to a crisp. There was no way to get across it. But if the body had been found at the inner temple, he would have caused problems. This is where the criminal decided to take a gamble. He used the burning bricks to get the body across to the other side. The pendulum is the only way to get it done.
Objection!
Let's think about this for a minute, shall we? I'm gonna give it about 20 yards long, which means it's about that far from the inner temple to the opposite cliff. Yes, that sounds right. In order to cover that distance with a pendulum, we need a rope at least 10 yards long. Can't rope that long, you have to plan ahead. The lightning strike that night can only have been an accident. So it doesn't make sense that the culprit would have prepared the rope beforehand. So then, they didn't have to get the rope ready. The rope was already right in front of them. What? I'm saying that it was just a matter of using what was already there. In that case, Mr. White, please give us an explanation for your theory. What makes you think the criminal had a rope on them and a very pendulum?
Take that!
And the meaning of this is, if you want to know where the rope came from, it's hanging right there in front of your glorious beard. This is one of the wires for the bridge. When the lightning struck the bridge and set on fire, one of the suspension wires came loose from its anchor. The criminal didn't have any time to waste. They tied the wire around the weak donor's body. Because there was simply no other way to move the body. Huh. Mr. Godot! It seems that Mr. Godot is more focused on the philosophy than answering the question. It seems that the odds of a rope being readily available are very high, but suppose that's not a possibility after all.
Objection!
Possible or impossible, that's not the question we need to ask. There's only one question. Did that really happen? Right, I wonder if you can prove what happened to us. If any actual evidence, the body was swung over like a pendulum.
Take that!
Before I present my evidence, let me review what we know so far. According to this photo, one of the wires snapped. Looking at the map, we can see it's the one that was in front of the inner temple. So it was a spot where the criminal... Yes, precisely. Now let's consider the body's movement by looking at the overhead map again. The body was put from this point here. It would drop on the opposite bank at approximately this point. Did you say drop? Well, they must have failed to catch the body on the other bank. What makes you think something like that happened? Because I have evidence that suggests their body dropped some distance. What kind of evidence? Take a look at this, I'll stop here for. Says here the body fell about 10 feet after death. 10 feet, huh? That looks like the height difference between the two sides. The body overswung due to forward momentum, but then came loose and fell about 10 feet. And as a result of the landing attack, this crystal spear was not loose. That's... Yes, this bullet's being named as crystal. It's the one that came off Miss Elise Dunham's staff. And even more important is the place where the crystal spear was found. Indeed, I believe it's already marked on the overhead map. The crystal was found... Precisely, Your Honor. In the very spot where the pendulum arrived given the right amount of speed. This explains your theory quite well, Mr. Wright. You provide us with the way the body could have been moved that night. An impressive deduction, Mr. Wright. Most impressive. Mr. Wright. I thought this cold coffee might help you cool down. What's the meaning of this, Mr. Godot? That was a dark and bitter guess you made, Troy. But you forgot about one thing. And what would that be? The aroma. Huh? Coffee's most reliable accomplice is a deep and profound aroma. The rest of the court doesn't speak Japanese. Can you elaborate a bit more? I'm gonna send the body to the other side like you said. But naturally, there must have been an accomplice flying away to catch it. An accomplice? Colonel wasn't able to cross Dusky Bridge. So, who collected the body? What do you have to say about that, Troy? Mr. Godot was correct. This can't be work of a single person. Well, Mr. Wright, you know what you must do. Yes, Your Honor. Why couldn't we make Dr. Temple without an accomplice? Very well then, if you please, Mr. Wright. Who was the person who see the body on top of the temple side?
Take that!
It can only be you, Sister Iris. But I don't see why you're so surprised. The only way to transport the body from Dusky Ridge is by snowmobile. Not with her fat back, so the bikini can never pick up a body like that. You're the only one that could have managed it. Try, were you even listening to witness's testimony? Denied the crime, this little cute pie was on cleanup duty near Temple Garden after mother-daughter bloodbath. I haven't forgotten, but have you, Mr. Godot? This witness was also seen the house of her temple, desecrating the corpse of the victim. Right indeed, but almost as if on that night, the defendant was in two different places at the same time. Sister Iris, let me ask you something. Why didn't you mention it when you first gave your testimony? Mention what? Depends on, of course. You think this sketch drawn by an eyewitness? I've established how the body was moved using the burnout bridge. Means it's not a fact that this occurred, something you should have already known. No, I had no idea. I didn't know anything about a pendulum. But the body couldn't have been passed along to the other side without your help. But you should have known about it. In fact, it'd be impossible for you to be clues about this whole thing. Unless you're not really Iris to begin with. What? How can you say that, Mr. Wright? What kind of nonsense is this? You're saying this witness isn't Iris or Rodical.
Objection!
Are you serious? Try. You mean this woman is... There's no one besides Iris that could have received the corpse that night. Now I get it. Now I know why I've been sick to my stomach this whole trial. Why her whole demeanor changed so suddenly from yesterday. And why she's trying to pin this murder on Maya. The woman that's standing there at the witness stand. Her real name is...
Take that!
I never thought I'd have to utter your name again. Let alone see you. Been a long time, Dahlia Hawthorne. Hawthorne? Sister Iris had a twin sister. And you were looking at her, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. That name rings some bells. Distant bells, but bells nonetheless. Ha! Just your imagination, Gramps. I've obtained all the relevant data about Dahlia Hawthorne. Oh yes, I remember now. That case, 5 years ago. My name is Dahlia Hawthorne. I just want to say, it's an honor for me to be here in your noble presence. The honor is all mine! Well, the honor is all mine. But, according to this, Dahlia Hawthorne is already dead. That's our execution carried out last month. So what? I have no meeting in this courtroom. What? Order! Wait a moment. How can you... My sister, she's already dead. What kind of... You of all people should already understand, after all, the blood of the master that carrying channeling technique flows within that body. Foreign channeling technique? Not where have I heard that? That's right, you're not Dahlia Hawthorne yourself. You're the spirit Dahlia currently inhabiting the body of a spirit medium. What an exciting story, exciting but quite impossible. How did the body of Dahlia Hawthorne just happen to be channeled by someone? On the very night of the murder, to a temple where its twin sister Iris was. Well, if you're gonna put things that way, then yes.
Objection!
We're supposed to believe that coincidence like that just happened. Naturally, there's no coincidence. The whole thing was part of a plan from the very beginning. It's all written right here in these instructions. Ah, what's that? The instructions were written by your mother, Morgan Fay. Part of the plan called for Dahlia Hawthorne to be channeled. That night, there were 2 hours at the Halthagura Temple. 2 of them. Even the time of channeling was planned out. As soon as you hear the lights out, though. In other words, 10 p.m. However, Iris was seen before dinner time. That means the dinner with the real Iris. And the Irish who gave me the swing in the main hall was also the Irish. Meaning the Irish at the bikini saw at the inner temple was someone else directed her, namely one Dahlia Hawthorne.
Objection!
You even know what you're saying, right? This whole channeling spirit Dahlia Hawthorne business. Yes, it's true that you found plans to talk about it. However, there's one thing that's perfectly clear. When it's clearly getting in the witness stand, it's the real Iris. What? What? Calm down, remember what you know about the night of the crime. But if being sent to bikini and Dahlia Hawthorne that channel would have been threatened at the inner temple due to the lightning strike. Later, the body was moved by pendulum. That's right. Naturally, that would mean that the Iris never seen the body was the real Iris. Are you with me so far? Yes. But being notified of what happened, updates came to Hollywood Temple's main hall. There they found Iris in a room and arrested her. And ever since, she'd been under police supervision at the detention center. Yes, I suppose I can't deny any of that. Thank goodness. Looks like he's finally convinced. But something still seems off, way off. I'm not gonna dare to the same one on that night. Ah, suppose you're about to say something really ridiculous. Like the real Iris and the spirit Dahlia somehow switched places. Switched places! To be perfectly honest, there are still quite a few things I don't understand, but I do know. Now, unless we confront the witness's identity, we can't continue with this trial. I was still intending the spirit's entire needed challenge conduit, which means that they must have switched places somewhere. Well, Mr. Wright, time she was at Resident Hollywood Temple. Have there been any chances for Iris to switch with Diana? There was one. Your Honor, I think there might have been one chance. So explain yourself. Yesterday, for a few minutes, Iris's whereabouts were unknown. Unknown? What do you mean? What I mean is, there was a span of time in which Iris was able to move out freely, unsupervised. Well, who was it? Who would give a murder suspect time to move out freely like that? I'm sorry, I know you didn't mean to, it wasn't your fault. First thing you gave Iris the chance to move freely was...
Take that!
Dude, this is Mr. Edgeworth, isn't it? Your Honor, there was a fairly large earthquake yesterday, was there not? An earthquake? Oh my goodness, the inner temple! Time tremor might... Yep. How could I have... She fled. She escaped. We went to the inner temple right away. And it's true, Iris is already there. However, they had already switched places by that point in time. When I arrived at the training, I was met by none other than Dahlia Hawthorne. That's quite enough already, Mr. Wright. Now see here, no tradition right now consider the idea of spirit channeling in. Be quiet. A long time, Mr. Judge. That voice. I'll have to ask again. Upon meeting a beautiful lady, I always ask for her name and profession. One of my rules. Dahlia Hawthorne, and my current professor, permanently retired. Ha! You're not gonna bother hiding your identity anymore, huh? Why should I? After all, I'm dead. There's really nothing you can do to punish me. What is going on here? Dahlia Hawthorne. I never thought we'd meet again. I never thought we'd meet like this. But this time I'll end it. For her and for myself.